All right. Welcome to the show. It's Chris
Lee Pickem show?
Yeah, with my 5 websites. You got my Alex, you got my
You got to plug his websites, Alex.
All right, here we go. Ready?
All right. Ready? You just introed the show.
Yeah, I did. Welcome to the Pick'em Show, but I've got a new thing. We call it the tit ball. It's the tabal. It's the tabal. It's from where they call it from India. But it's actually tabal, and these are my tit picks, my weekly tit picks for the NFL. And I'm only going to use this magic thing. It's missing the right here, the top part.
We're not putting a nipple on it.
Well, it's missing it. Anyway.
I think you need a nipple on there.
I need a nipple on there. I already got one coming. Bailey might have an extra one. What do you need? Yeah, let's put it on this drive. But I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you in a second because I'm going to be quick on these picks. We're picking NFL today, correct?
Yeah, we are.
And I'm going to do one major quick pick. Just two things real quick.
Let's hear it.
Number one, they're not going to fire the coach of Cincinnati or Cleveland, and they need to move off Deshaun. They broke it down this morning about how much it's going to cost them. It's $170 million against the cap. $80 million. They can get away with $80 if they pay him $80 million.
Last year of the deal, or second to last
$80
year.
million they can pay him, but then the cap money next year is $170. So they're done. So they're screwed. So worst deal in football history. Number two, the coach for the Browns has to be safe because it was the owner's decision to do this. Number three, the coach for the Bengals is a complete moron.
Got to fire the DC.
Well, y'all already probably talked about that. Not only fire the DC, Burrow needs to wake up. You traded your running game away. Number three take is Derrick Henry doing the last drive for the Ravens that won them the game, and Jerry Jones not bringing him in. Now, my boy Rico was a beast last night.
Almost lost the game for us.
No, by the way,
no,
he didn't because I'm going to tell you why he didn't. Today and this morning on the new, they call the Morning Ball, whatever, the new show from the Carton Show. All of the shows starting at 7 a.m. said that defensive play reminded them of a Lawrence Taylor play in the 80s, and it was an amazing dive across. It was amazing. And they did say it's like the Seattle play, except better. One guy said that is the most hilarious place from the 70s. That reminds me of 70s football.
Yeah, but he fumbled. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but the helmet hit the ball in the head.
Mike should have never handed it to him in the first place, but whatever.
Because he sucks.
Anyway, no, Dabo's great. Rico,
Dabo.
whatever the fuck his name is.
Dabo Sweeney and Rico Dowdle. They're not even close in names.
Whatever the fuck.
Stats match.
We don't get into names.
Please.
So anyway, real quick, the last take is, and my last one is that the Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb's a bitch. He's a little bitch.
Yeah, he is.
And no, he's a bitch. And they gave him the money, Dak, I was right. I'm incredible. Body language, quarterback picking, whatever.
Guru.
And I picked that they were already having this dispute. Started last year in the playoff game when they lost, and CeeDee's family going off on Dak. Dak ain't it. He's just not it. To today, like Turner said, you pay these guys and you let them act like that, a la Jerry, and same with Tyreek Hill. Absolute loser for sitting there throwing his helmet on the sidelines. They all want to play with star quarterbacks, but then they end up going into bad quarterbacks. Dak's not a bad quarterback, but I'm proud of him for playing last night with all those receivers he had to pass the ball to. They showed his disbursement of the ball, and he did a great job at blowing off CeeDee, which I'm so glad, and using him as decoy. So I'm glad Dak needs to stick to that. Done. I'm ready to do my take. The first take I'm going to have is you name the take, you name the thing, and I'm going to do the take.
Like it.
All right, so we're just going to go through the NFL games.
And I'm going to name something a little derogatory about each of these guys and teams.
Okay.
We're
excited.
Shout out Big Dog for winning the competition last week.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. I didn't get any picks wrong. Let's move on. That's never happened in NFL history.
He is in last place still.
Undefeated.
He is in last place, but he is now winning. He won this week. He got a week under his belt. So that's good for him.
Now I'm going to pick. Go ahead.
We're proud of you for getting it. And he got it because he did pick the Giants to upset the Seahawks.
I'm used to this, me and Rich in the clubs.
Nobody knows.
Sunset strip clubs. You know what I'm saying?
No one knows
the Seventh Veil. Anybody went to the Seventh Veil in Hollywood?
Is that the guy who was the cocaine cowboy?
Yeah, that's Rich.
Is that the song? Was that Rich?
Yeah, let's go to the Seventh Veil.
All right.
It's 1 o'clock during the day. It's all right. Plenty of daddies. All right, plenty of daddies. Let's go.
All right, we're going to Thursday Night Football. We got a good one. 49ers taking on the Seahawks. Somehow, actually, the 49ers come into this game 2-3. The Seahawks are 3-2.
Are they playing in the 49ers?
In Seattle. San Francisco's a 3-point
Here we go again. He lists the home team second.
I say
Second.
traveling
Where are they-
to.
where-
I
where
am
they-
flying
where-
today.
Where are they playing?
I'm flying today. Well, this
They're
is
playing
the
in
thing.
Vietnam.
I
I'll
think
take the
this.
Bears. I'll take the Bears.
There we go. I can get that. I think that actually Kyle's job never's on the line, but Kyle's.
Please.
I know, but I'm saying I think this is a big game for him. I gotta say that Seattle's going to get beat on that one.
Man, the Niners coming off a loss. I want to pick the Seahawks so bad in this game. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the Seahawks.
I'm taking the Niners. I can't.
I'm taking the Seahawks. I'm going to do it.
I just think the Seahawks got exposed defensively the last 2 weeks.
Oh, they've been bad. Yeah.
I mean, if
Real
this
bad.
game was in San Francisco, this would be a blowout. But the only reason it's got a shot is it's in Seattle.
All
But
right.
I'm gonna take the Niners.
Next one.
London game,
Oh God.
Jaguars
So it is. Your Jags.
and the Bears. Bears 2.5-point favorites.
Caleb's figured out the offensives. He's reading them well.
Don't-
you see
don't
the
do
first
it.
10 quarters versus the second 10 quarters. They broke it down this morning on film. The Bears will win the game.
Third worst QBR in the NFL behind only Will Levis and Deshaun Watson are the only two worst quarterbacks.
Listen,
Bears.
the fact that this man just picked against
Here's my boy.
Dougie and Trevor
Super Bowl.
in their home away from home, London. The Jags don't lose in London. Give me the Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jags. There's no way Caleb Williams wins another game. He's fucking horrible.
All right.
Okay. Cardinals at the Packers. Cardinals off a big upset. Packers. Jordan Love looks like a disaster, but we'll go. It's in Green Bay.
I think that there's no way. I've never seen the Cardinals put two wins together. So let me just say Packers. I'd love if they won.
Packers by a touchdown.
I'll take the Packers as well. We're all going Packers.
Wow.
Jordan Love sucks. This is just a
Then take Kyler.
Of the
No, it's hard to win in
12,
Lambeau.
12 quarterbacks I picked
And I mean,
this
you
year.
look at it yesterday, like they
That is my final take. So let's roll.
they
All
very
right.
well could have lost
Next
yesterday.
one. My final take is how amazing I am at picking quarterback.
Colts at the Titans. Colts favored by 1.
Ooh, who's it going to be, big dog? This is a big one.
I'm going to go Titans on that one.
Joe Flacco and the Colts by 10.
I'm gonna take the Titans solely because I think Mason Rudolph is gonna be the starting quarterback. I think he's starting this week, so I'll take the Titans. Turner took the Colts.
Yep.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Titans.
Tennessee's actually not an easy
All right.
place to play. Texans at the Patriots.
It's just what a bad division. Good gosh. Texans.
Texans.
That'll be a better game than you think, but yeah,
No,
Texans.
well, Patriots
Texans,
suck ass.
yeah, they're horrible.
Pick them, Dylan. Pick Patriots. Go ahead. You can have them. You and Jacoby Brissett. You can have them, buddy.
Every 7-point favorite has lost the last 3 weeks.
Good, perfect. Take the Patriots.
And I'm going to start adding
Yeah, I'm
money to the
gonna
show.
take the Patriots.
You can have them.
We're doing $1
yours.
bills to the show who picks and how we bet.
Okay.
And
All right.
I'm going to start adding some winners to the show. You got to make this show interesting. I need to start spicing this show.
Listen.
Card tricks and money. That's all that matters.
Card tricks? That's
That's
an
what we
interesting
like.
one.
Yeah,
card
card tricks.
tricks.
I'm going to do my picks under the table and all that.
I
I
like
can't afford to keep falling behind
Let's
in
go.
this now. I should have taken the
All right.
the Texans. Bucks versus the Saints. Saints 2-point favorites.
And what you ought to do is take all the teams that are irrelevant games and put those as your quick picks. Like we just name the team and that's it. What do you say? Bucks towards the say it again?
Well, you just wasted time
All
right
right,
there.
that's fair, but go ahead.
Bucks versus Bucks at the Saints.
Bucks at the Saints.
We
That's
also
gonna-
could
that's
save
gonna
time
be-
if you didn't ask who was playing where every single game.
Bucks at the Saints. That's
are
going to
they
be
playing?
that's
Oh.
going to be a good game, but I'm thinking I'm going to go Saints on that game.
Man, this is with the Bucks coming off
the
a
Saints
loss
playing tonight?
there. Yeah, they play tonight. I'll take the Saints at home by a field goal, I guess. I don't want to.
Are the Saints playing Kansas City tonight
Yes.
at the Saints?
No. In
Oh,
KC.
oh God, okay. What a bad game.
No, I think the Saints are going to win. I
Okay.
hope not. Me and Nick have the Chiefs in our Survivor League. We need them.
God.
I'll take the Bucks. Wait, who did y'all take real quick? I took-
Saints.
Saints.
Both y'all took the Saints?
Yeah.
I take the Bucks. Only because I think the Bucks lost last week. They'll bounce back. Browns at the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles blowout.
Eagles.
Eagles.
But if Jameis Winston plays, it'll be closer.
no,
For
it will
sure.
not.
It'll be closer. Commanders at the Ravens. Great game. Ravens are a 6.5-point
Yeah,
favorite.
they're going to kill them. They're going to beat Washington.
I'll take the Ravens at home. I think it's gonna be a close game.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think the Commanders are due for a loss. I think the Ravens defense is terrible. I think that's going to be a shootout.
Yeah, a lot of points.
Chargers at the Broncos.
Well, that's going to be a really good game.
Chargers.
Broncos are going to win that game because Bo has figured it out.
I'll take the Chargers.
Yeah, that's a horrible
I'm
pick.
telling you now. I'm going to put money on that game.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Big brain.
I'm not betting on anymore. I'm trying to
All right.
cut back here. Let's go Steelers at the Raiders.
I'll start with this one. I as bad as I think the Steelers are, the Raiders are horrible. I'm going to take the Steelers. I don't like to pick, but
I'm taking the Raiders.
Why didn't you just pick the Steelers? I have to pick the Raiders. Oh man, I have to pick the Raiders because I said the Steelers were going to lose 3 in a row, so I have to take them. Okay, Cowboys at home against the Lions.
What you thinking, big dog?
Uh-oh.
Oh, here he comes.
The Oracle himself.
The big dog
Where's the
anonymous.
There's no nipple.
He's rubbing his crystal ball.
27, Detroit, the nip says. I wish I had 2 of these. I'm used to 2 of these. 17, Dallas.
What is it?
27, Detroit, 17, Dallas.
So you're taking Dallas to lose.
Yes.
You never do that. Turner?
I'll take the Lions by a field goal.
I'll take the Lions as well. Falcons at the Panthers. I'm taking the Falcons.
Falcons.
Close game.
Falcons.
Close game.
Next one.
Bengals at the Giants.
Giants are. That's my other. Hold on.
Oh, he's rubbing the ball again.
Giants make the playoffs.
Oh, God.
They have a mean offensive line, an incredible defensive line. Running back by committee. They're running. I'm liking the Giants. They're making the playoffs. They're going to beat the Washington Redskins. I'm picking Giants.
Giants to make the playoffs.
Yes.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen, but you know what? I think the wheels fall all the way off the Bengals here. Defense coordinator for sure gets fired after this one. Danny Dimes and the boys get to 3-3 at home.
I take the
Giants.
Bengals. I think y'all are wrong on this one. I think the Giants
Bengals have no
upset.
running game.
I know the Bengals defense is terrible, and I know Zach Taylor,
All right, next.
but there's just no way. Bills at the Jets. Monday night.
We're going to have a shot clock on
is
this
a
one.
big
Bills
game.
at the Jets. That's a big game. I'm
Big
going to
game.
go. Boy, I'll tell you. Saleh shouldn't be on the hot seat. It's Aaron and that stupid fucking coordinator he has.
Oh, Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. If I'm the owner, I get rid of Nathaniel. Anyway.
You said Bills, Turner? Or you didn't pick it yet?
I didn't pick it yet.
I think Josh Allen's on a 3-game slide. I'm going to go Bills.
I'll say Bills.
Give me the Jets.
I want the Jets to win.
They are at home.
All right. That's like home for Buffalo.
Man, that's a tough one. All right.
That hat looks fantastic on you, by the way.
love it.
Obviously.
Fucking, I wear stuff like this. So real quick, is that it?
Yeah, we're going to do college.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
that was actually the take. Was the Giants are going to do more damage than you think? Because people watch and they go, hey, you know what? I watch games on levels of offensive lines, defensive lines. I break them down, running by committee. They don't even have their star receiver. They're going to be in the wild card. Dallas is done. You look at Dallas's next 5 games, done. They're done. There's no way they can win anything the next 5 games.
Big win last night, though.
Yeah, give me a nipple on that thing.
You're not getting a nipple there. All right, buddy.
We'll get you a nipple on there.
Oh, damn. We got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday games this week.
Yeah, we do.
So we literally don't have any football. We have football every day now.
We have football every day until the day before Thanksgiving.
Is that actually true?
50-something straight days.
Oh, that's just a beautiful thing.
50 straight days of football.
Okay.
Wait until there's MACtion, and then we'll have like 2 games on at a time.
I'm excited for that. Okay, we're not going to pick any of these Tuesday, Wednesday games, are we?
No, we don't have to.
Okay.
Let's just move right on.
Let's
into
go
Friday.
to Friday. And we'll go Memphis at South Florida. Memphis is a 7-point favorite. I'm going to go ahead and pick an upset here. I'm taking the South Florida Bulls. They're coming off an embarrassing loss. Got blown out at Tulane. But it was like you had talked about, it was a bad spot. They actually had played Miami close in the first half the week before, and the wheels fell off in the second half. Damn near beat Alabama. I'm taking them to pull the upset here against Memphis at home.
I'm going to take Memphis close game, but I'm with you. I think that definitely could be a upset spot.
Um,
Definitely could be.
Okay, next game, Northwestern at Maryland.
I'm going to take Maryland in that one.
I think I'm going to start adding it.
Maryland's not great.
So, I'm going to start taking you get an additional bonus point if you pick an underdog to win of more than 6 points.
Okay.
Anything 6 points or more, you get an additional bonus point.
Got it.
And if it's a 14 point or more, you get 2 bonus points.
I like it. I like it.
I'll take Maryland with you. Tight game. Okay. UNLV. No, we won't pick that one. Utah at Arizona State. Both teams 4-1. Big game in the Big 12.
All right. Well, 6-point line. I'll take my chances and take Arizona State on the upset.
I'm going to take Utah, but I like the pick. I think it's going to be a tight game. I just think Arizona State has outperformed expectation. I think they're due for a loss. They won again last week. I don't know if you saw how they beat Kansas, but they literally scored on 4th and goal on the final drive of the game.
Last play?
With like 10 seconds to go. So poor Kansas, 1-4, 1-5 now.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll take Utah in a very, very tight game. You got Arizona State. Okay. Moving on to Saturday, I see the first game on here. I know it's a big spread, but we saw this last week. Alabama and South Carolina.
Alabama rebounds, takes care of business.
Do they not? They were betting, but do they win by more than 21? Do you think it's like a blowout? We thought Georgia would do that, and it was not like that against Auburn.
I'll say they win by 24.
Okay, I'll take Bama by 28, just because they have the offense to do it. Okay. We're both picking Clemson. We won't pick that. We both pick Clemson for the record. Both pick Missouri. Okay, here we go. Washington at Iowa. Washington, even though they were favored last week, one of my best bets, they did upset or in theory, upset the number team in the country in Michigan at home. Now they travel to Iowa. Iowa's a 3-point favorite.
I'm going to take Iowa at home.
Yeah, man, I want to take Iowa too, but yeah, I'll take Iowa. I'll go with you. I'll ride with you on that one. Iowa. I think Washington could very well win that game.
Yeah. They could. Yeah, for sure. By the line straight. It's going to be a close game. I almost want to take Washington. I kind of want to take Washington. Okay. Wisconsin at Rutgers. Rutgers' first loss of the season last week. Wisconsin beat the doors off I'll let
Purdue.
You say it, but I'm going to take Rutgers.
It's hard to win in Piscataway. Let me tell you. You never go into Piscataway and come out unscathed. All right? It just does not happen. Greg Schiano gets the dub. They bounce back. Give me Rutgers in a close one. They win it by 4. All right, moving on. Georgia Tech at North Carolina. Georgia Tech favored by 6.
Georgia Tech wins. Close game. Game. I don't think they're going to blow them out. I think it's going to be a close one.
All right, let's go.
You're taking.
Oh, sorry,
Tech,
my bad. I got Georgia Tech. Yes, Georgia Tech. I like Haynes King and North Carolina. They're about to that one's over. That their season and Mac Brown's done. We're not going to pick that one. Oh, here we go. I'll be wearing my Arch Manning jersey next week. Red River rivalry.
Is he starting, by the way, or did they not know?
I think it's Quinn, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Red River rivalry. Texas is a 14-point favorite. Biggest favorite in this rival in a long time in this rivalry. Texas, number 1 in the country again. Oklahoma, number 18. Who gets it done in this game?
Texas is going to win the game. It's such a weird because it's a rivalry game. So that's a lot of points, but I still think Texas will end up covering. I think Texas is going to beat them pretty bad.
I do too, especially because they didn't play well against Mississippi State the last time.
Yeah.
Had they blown everybody out and then came into this game, I could see maybe a letdown, but I think that got their attention. It was a 7-point game.
And Oklahoma's just so bad on offense.
They're so bad on offense. They're banged up. Their quarterback can't throw. I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback with 2 weeks to prepare, but Texas has 2 weeks to prepare as well. I give the edge to the better team. I think they win and cover as well. I'm going to say Texas by 24. I think it's a complete blowout. Here we go. Another good one. Interesting spot here. USC and Penn State. USC at home plus 5.5.
This is such a tough call because I don't Man, I'm just going to say Penn State wins the game by just being too physical for USC. USC's obviously found out the hard way against, basically should have lost to Wisconsin if we're being honest, and then
absolutely
lost to Minnesota. So I'm going to say Penn State beats them by a touchdown. I'm going to go with the Nittany Lions.
Man, this is a bad spot for Penn State. You know what? I'm going to take USC here. I think USC pulls the upset. It's been that type of year in college football. And USC coming off a bad loss to Minnesota, I think they bounce back. I think Miller Moss has a big game. I'm going to take SC to win the game. Oddly enough, FBI has them favored to win the game. Despite
I mean, I can see it.
I'm surprised.
Clash of styles. I don't necessarily think
I
don't think Penn State's that great.
May come back to that one. Okay, moving on. No, Penn State's definitely not that great. We're both picking Notre Dame. Pittsburgh ranked in the top 25, 5-0, taking on Cal. Brutal loss Cal's coming off of. Pittsburgh just a 3.5-point favorite.
Yeah, brutal loss coming off that, flying across the country. I mean, maybe they're ready to play. I don't know. Although Pitt just finds a way to win games. I'm going to take Pitt.
Close
game.
I agree. And my whole belief was last week, same thing like Stanford. Good spot, extra day to prepare, taking on a Virginia Tech team coming off a devastating loss, the way they lost that game. I think I'm going to go contrary to what I did last week and take Cal here. I think Pittsburgh's due for a loss. I think Cal actually comes in like motivated to play here, and I think they find a way to win. They saw they can play with anybody in the country last week. Probably should have beat Florida State too. Probably should be 5-0. Give me Cal. Purdue at Illinois. We're both picking Illinois.
Yeah.
Louisville at Virginia.
I think this is going to be my dog of the week. I think
really?
I think Virginia's going to win a close
No
game.
way.
Here. I don't think Louisville's very good.
They're not.
I mean, I saw them play against Notre Dame, and I get that Notre Dame's got a pretty good defense when they're playing well. They lost last week to SMU. Virginia's 4-1. They're feeling good about themselves. They've won a lot of close games against like some not good teams. Also lost to Maryland. But I'm going to say Virginia wins this by a field goal.
I love it.
Upset of the week.
Uncle T's double-digit dog of the week, 7.5. They are the Virginia Cavaliers, the Who's, taking down Louisville. I'm going to take Louisville in a close one. I'll be rooting for your dog of the week, Virginia, to win. I like UVA. 4-1, 2-0 in the ACC. Could be a big win. They might be ranked if they win that game.
Yep.
Okay, Big 12 matchup. Doors look like they've fallen off for Central Florida.
Yeah, they've been bad.
Been real bad the last 2 weeks. That Colorado win looks much less impressive now after they got beat by Florida last week. They play Cincinnati at home. I'm going to go ahead and take Cincinnati in this game. I think UCF is done.
I'll take UCF at home, but yeah, that game could absolutely go either way.
I think
I'm with you. They look really bad.
Is Cincy off a bye? I think they are.
Cincy is off a bye.
Right?
Yep.
They played.
Yep.
Yeah, they lost that tough one to Tech. Okay. Let's go scrolling down here. Here we go. Interesting spot here. Arizona traveling to BYU. It's not a night game, so we're not going to get Mormon magic here. But BYU undefeated. Why is that line 4? Arizona's 3-2 and has not been good. Why is that line only 4? Who do you like?
BYU's going to win. They're coming off a bye.
I want to take Arizona so badly, man. I don't believe BYU's any fucking good, but it's hard to bet against BYU at home. Man, give me BYU. I'll take BYU. This is going to be the week they lose because I picked them. Picked against them every week. Okay, Mississippi State, Georgia, both taking Georgia. Tennessee, Florida. Tennessee off a bad loss.
Tennessee will win that game at home.
Yeah, me too. Bailey won't like that one. We've got Washington State, Fresno State.
Washington State, Wazoo. I think Fresno State sucks.
I think they do too. I'll take Wazoo as well. Looking down the list, am I missing some? Oh, game. We got 2 in a row. The game of the week first. Ohio State, Oregon. Ohio State is a 3.5-point favorite. It's in Autzen Stadium in Eugene. Oregon 5-0, number 3. Ohio State 5-0, number 2. Winner controls their own destiny to win the Big Ten regular season championship. Who comes out of this one?
Man, I think Ohio State has more talent on their roster, but I just have a weird feeling. I'm going to take Oregon in the game.
Really?
Yeah, they've looked bad. They haven't played well. I think you're going to see Will Howard turn it over a few times. I think that's going to be the difference. I think Oregon wins a close game. I think Ohio State's better, but playing, I guess it's not even going to really be at night. It'll be at 4:30 up there. But anyway, I'm going to take Oregon. That's enough tailgating.
Autzon's a tough place to play. I'm taking Ohio State. I think
they're a better team overall.
I think they're the better team overall, and
I'm hoping that this is like one of the, they played 10 times and Oregon wins 3 times. I'm hoping this is one of those times that
fair
I'm
enough.
going to take them.
And I do agree with you about Will Howard completely. I don't think either quarterback's good. that the difference is
Gabriel moves a little bit better.
He does, but Gabriel also turns the ball over.
Oh, for sure.
So that's the only thing. I think if he turns it over early and Ohio State gets up, and Quinshon Judkins is an unstoppable running back, but so is Josiah Jordan-James. They're going to be big. Running games are going to be big. Defenses are going to be important. I think Ohio State has a better defense. Ole Miss taking on LSU. Ole Miss, a very short favorite, tough spot.
It's at LSU at night, man. I'm gonna pick Ole Miss and stay true to it, but I don't know.
I'm taking Ole Miss as well, and I hate taking a road team at night in the SEC.
Yeah,
and
I don't know how that one's gonna go, but
2.5 feels like a spot where everybody's gonna be on Ole Miss too. I'm gonna do it. But okay, here's an interesting. Well, we'll go 2 of them. Vanderbilt and Kentucky, and this got bet up from the opener of 13. Kentucky's now a 14-point favorite.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I don't get it.
I'm going to take Kentucky to win the game. I think they will win the game, but I think it's going to be. I do think it's going to be closer than that.
Oh, man. You know what? I get 2 extra points if I get this right. I'm going to take the Commodores. I think they pull back-to-back upsets. I think everybody's wrong. I get it. It's going to be a really hard game to come down from that win, go on the road to Kentucky, and win outright as a double-digit dog again. But I just think Vanderbilt's just as good as Kentucky. I really, really do. I know their defense isn't as good, but Kentucky did beat Ole Miss last time they played. I know they had a bye week, but they're coming off of they're going to be high on that win.
Yep.
And Brock Vandagriff sucks. So I'll take the better quarterback, and I think I'm going to take Vanderbilt. Okay, Iowa State, undefeated number 11, 3-point favorite at West Virginia.
It's funny. I mean, West Virginia's coming off that big win this week, and all of a sudden they're 2-0 in the Big 12 with a real chance to. I think this is where Iowa State finally slips up and loses. I think the Mountaineers at home under the lights. I'm going to take West Virginia.
I am right there with you. I think West Virginia wins this one. I may come back to that game. Syracuse at NC State. Grayson McCall carted off the field last week. NC State looks like a disaster.
I'm taking Syracuse.
Me too, unfortunately. I hope NC State wins because I have under Syracuse win. And that loss for UNLV hurt. That would have been a big loss. Okay, we've got Minnesota, UCLA. We don't even have to pick that. Kansas State, Colorado. Kansas State, 4.5-point favorite at Colorado. Big game.
I'll tell you this. It looks like the number there is 56. I'm not going to look too far into it. That game's going to go over that.
So there's your total of the week right there for Turner. Got the over in Kansas State, Colorado.
Kansas State can move and score, and then Kansas State's defense isn't very good either. So I think there's going to be some points in that game. And both teams are going to try to go fast. So you're looking at what do you need? Basically 2 touchdowns a quarter. Yep. I think that gets there. And I'm going to take Kansas State to win the game.
Kansas State to win the game. Yeah, I'm going to take Kansas State to win the game. Okay, last bit of business, and I'm going to go through these quick because I got to get out of here. But I'm going to have to give you some quick best bets. We're going to go number 1. We're going to go with what you just said, West Virginia minus the 3.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to go with West Virginia minus 3 at home. I think that they get it done against Iowa State. Really like that spot. 3-2, playing an undefeated team. I'm sorry, plus the 3. They're plus 3. And I think they win the game outright. They're going to run the ball against Iowa State. Iowa State's, they're not bad at all. They're definitely not bad at all. But I think on the road, tough place to play in Morgantown. West Virginia is just a weird team that this feels like a game they find a way to win.
Yep.
Give me the Mountaineers there. Pick number 2. We are going to go back to the well with the Vanderbilt Commodores. I picked them to win outright. They're catching 14. They're catching a full 14. They might get the doors blown off them this week, but I'm going to go with Vanderbilt. Keep in mind also, as I'm saying these, I picked these on a Monday. I've told you this before. If you go to my website, I give my official plays for the week, and I will continue to do that. I went 5-0 this week. I went 3-1 on the show, but I went 5-0 on my website. So a lot of these plays early in the week don't make my card. So make sure you check my website if you're actually gambling.
Check out the website.
And go check out my plays, and we'll we're picking 60% winners this year. Pick number 3. And again, I'm picking this off the fly this week. Pick number 3, I'm going to go with Ohio State minus the 3.5. I don't like laying points on the road in a big game like this, but to me, Ohio State's just the better team. I think this line should be closer to 6. We're going to take what I think is value here with Ohio State minus the 3.5. I will say this opened 4 and it went down to 3.5. You may wait and try and see if you can find a 3, because if you can get a 3, I really like it. 3.5 is going to be tough. And then on the total of the week, I'm going to tail you on this one. My total of the week's going to be the exact same as you. I'm going to go with the over in Colorado, Kansas State. I love that pick. I think both defenses are terrible. I think you're going to see both teams, I believe, off of a bye, right? I know Colorado is for sure.
Yeah, they both are.
Kansas State as well. I think you're going to see both offenses with good game plans humming, and both defenses give up a ton of points, especially Kansas State struggles to cover their secondary is what's the worst part of their defense. Colorado's going to sling it all over the field. Kansas State, on the other hand, loves to run the ball. Colorado has a tough time up front in the trenches. I think the offensive strengths play to the defensive weaknesses. I could see this being in the 70s, legitimately total score. So I like the over there. That's what I'm going with for my total of the week, and those are my 4 best bets. That's all I got for this week. I forgot to give my NFL teaser of the week. I can do that after this real quick. But that's all we got for this week. Anything else you want to say here? Or are we good?
No, I'm good.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the Pick'em show.
Yeah, you keep giving the people the 5-0 weeks.
Hey, 5-0 weeks, and we got back-to-back double-digit dogs. We'll try to make it 3-0 this week with the Who's of Virginia. And you won your total of the week last week. We were smoking. We were 5-1 on the show with the outright upset. So
tell you what.
Go ahead and follow our picks if you want to make some cash. Bet your baby on it. All right, it's a bet your baby bet. All right. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you guys next week for Pick'em Show number 6.